it's me, Cristina from Cristina's Leather, and we're here for another Cristina's Leather Showcase. As you can see right here, these are my 4 new leathers that will be available for my next shop opening, which will be this Sunday. By the time this video is posted, I will have a countdown on my Facebook page called Cristina's Leather with the exact time my shop will be open, so please check it out. I will also have a countdown on my Instagram story, so it's easier for you guys to see when exactly I will be open. So yeah, let's go with the leathers now. I'm gonna go by order right here. It's already aligned for me. So first off, we have sitting bull. I hope you guys can see. This is a brown leather with some reddish tones to it. It has, as you can see, this more reddish accents to the leather, and it has a lot of texture. You can kind of feel the texture when you pass your hands on the leather. So it has this very rustic and rugged texture to it, and it is a pull-up leather, as you can see right here. And the pull-up has the more red tones popping up when you try to pull the leather. This leather is about 1.5 millimeter thickness, and it has some structure to it. It is still pliable, as you can see. It is still pliable, but it has a more structured feeling to it. And as I said, you can feel the texture. It is on the more slick side as you pass your hands on the leather, but you can feel this rugged texture. Almost like honey gold, actually, the texture, but not as soft as honey gold. As I said, it has the pull-up effect, and it scratches fairly easily. But if you rub your finger, if it is a light scratch, it disappears. It has some scars right here. It has, I can see over here, some 2 or 3 scars right off the bat. And yeah, sitting bull. For the second one, we're going to start with our more colorful leathers. We have, America's Hide. And as you can see, it is a gorgeous blue colored leather. Almost the same color as Captain America's suit. It also has a bit of that, let's go closer so I can show you. Focus, as you can see, still has kind of that same texture as Sitting Bull, but this one is so smooth, so soft, very pliable. On the floppy side, as you can see, it's almost like a very thick fabric. It's not as soft and smooth as suede, and you kind of still feel this texture over here, but it's much smoother than Sitting Bull. Almost like Robin Hood, even though Robin Hood is a suede leather. This is more, it's a smidge slicker than Robin Hood, but it is still very soft and very smooth. This has a 2 millimeter thickness. This is a bit thicker. Almost on the 2.5 millimeter thickness in some parts, but mostly the 2 millimeters. And I'm not sure if you can see, it has the clip marks. I know. Here you go. As you can see, has the clip marks where the hide was hanged so it would dry. And it has a lot of and it has a lot of fat veins, and some parts are a bit more rugged than others. Some are just a smidge, has just a smidge of that texture in, while others have very much this rugged texture. So yeah, I know I'm not making sense. Some parts of the hide are also a bit more floppy than other parts, where there's that more rugged, more of this texture. It is more floppy than the parts that don't have as much texture. I hope I'm making sense. As I said, it has some scars over here, a lot of clip marks around, along all the edges of the leather, and fat veins, lots of fat veins, very pretty. And it also has a bit of that shine to it. I'm not sure if you can see. A bit of shine, which will get shinier with time and use. And it also has a bit of color variation. Here you can see the color and a bit of that variation along the texture of it. It's a very gorgeous blue leather. So yeah, America's hide. Okay. Now, we're going on the other spectrum. And inspired by Christmas, we have, ruby. This is a gorgeous leather. This is the same leather as mustard, as my previous mustard leather, but it is in a red color, as you can see. I hope you can, yeah, you can see the actual color of the leather. It's a very gorgeous true red, Christmas color red. And I call it ruby because ruby is actually my birthstone. And as mustard, let me see if I can show you. It has, what? Focus please. Here you go. It has a pull-up effect. So it is also a pull-up leather, just like mustard, and it has that soft feeling just as mustard had. It is a bit more structured than mustard, and also a smidge thinner. Some parts it is around 1.5 millimeters, and other parts it is more around the 1 millimeter thickness. Some parts have a lot of, I'm not sure if you can see, a lot of color variations and fat veins. Right here you can see lots of fat veins, a little bit of scarring, lots of color variation. It's very pretty, all the color variation along the leather. Some parts lighter, some parts almost black. Very gorgeous. It, as it is the same leather as mustard, it has, it is very easily scratched. Not sure if you can see it, but if you rub your finger, it mostly disappears if it is a light scratch. But just as mustard, if you roll the leather, it even gains more character and more color variation. So it's very pretty color. Pretty leather and a pretty color. So yeah, ruby. Last but not least, bubblegum. It looks a bit lighter on my camera view than it is in real life. It is a almost pink candy color. At least when you search on Google for pink candy, this is the color that appears more often. So it is a very vibrant pink, but almost on the red side. So it is between that pink and red. It's not completely pink, not completely red, so that is why I call it bubblegum. It is almost in between those two colors. It is a slick leather. Also, as you can see, a lot of sheen to it. And it is a slick leather. It doesn't have texture like the other ones. Kind of like ruby in that aspect. It doesn't have the texture of the first two ones. But it is very slick, as you can see. Very, very slick. Also, just like ruby, run to 1.5. Doesn't have the pull-up effect, as you can see. Slightly, but not to the extent of ruby. Doesn't scratch as easily as ruby. It does scratch, but not as easy. Very floppy, as you can see. And extremely well, not extremely floppy, but extremely pliable on the floppy side. It also has some clip marks, not as much as America's Hide, sorry, I was forgetting the name. Has some clip marks along the edges. There is some color variation. Let's see, going a bit closer, you can see. Focus? Not sure if you can see. You can kind of see the texture that it has, even though it is slick. But I think the light is a bit too strong to show a bit of the color variation that it has. Some parts are a bit more rugged, especially near the edges. Some parts are a bit rugged and have a bit of that same rugged texture as America's Hide and Sitting Bull. But it is mostly on this slick side, sorry. I'm chewing my words over here. There is some fat veins. We have some fat veins. I can see 1, 2 scars and some bug bites over here. So yeah, bubblegum. And that's it. Those are my 4 new leathers that will be available this Sunday when my shop opens. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe during these confusing times of COVID. If you're in Europe, please stay safe while we're going through this second wave of COVID. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and hopefully when the vaccine comes at the end of the year, beginning of the next year, this will all calm down and we can resume our normal lives. And I hope, I'm not sure if I will do another leather showcase before Christmas. In case I don't, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Good entrance to the new year, because I'm not sure if I will film another leather showcase until then. So please stay safe and be happy, and until next time.